Welcome to the Guard and Warrior. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit about my life and a little update for this channel and just about me. Stay tuned, it is going to get interesting. Alrighty guys, here we are. We're on, it was today. I think today's June 16th. June 16th. I'm going to give you guys an update. As you guys know, I was trying to join, first, if you've been around long enough, I've been trying to join the military. Hint the name, the channel, the Guard and Warrior, right? I was trying to join the military. I went through a whole process for the last 2 years. If you guys don't know, I tried to join the Marine Corps first. Started on this journey 2 years ago. I also want to preface, because it is kind of important as far as with the Marine Corps thing, I did go to MEPS. It took me 1.5 years to get to MEPS, and I went and stayed at the hotel, did the physical, blood work, drug test, eye test, the whole nine. I was had no issues with usually people get disqualified because of medical reasons. I had 0 issues with medical. I first time through passed everything medically. It had no medical anything, and I also passed the ASVAB with a 58. Got a 58 in the ASVAB without even studying, and that was that. And freaking, I had no issues other than the moral side of things. And then I tried to join the Army, and my waiver, my moral waiver, long story short, I needed a moral waiver because I have 6 misdemeanors on my record. Okay, I have 6 misdemeanors on my record. I needed a moral waiver from the Marine Corps. It got denied. Long story short, it took 1.5 years. They dragged me through the dirt. And if you guys check out my bad news video, I have, that was my first failure in trying to get into the military. Anyways, I went and said, okay, well, they denied me and transferred all my stuff to the Army. And I was in the Army office for not that long. I had a good recruiter there. He put in the same packet. I went through the whole process again, but it only took about 4 or 5 months. And it was all good till a couple weeks ago. It was like, oh man, you're gonna be this, you're gonna get your contract, you'll be shipped off by August, so 99% chance you'll be good. I was like, all right. So I started telling everybody and shared it on the channel, started training for what MOS I wanted to do, which would have been an option 40. Got really good shape, even though I was already in good shape. I started training harder. I was really motivated, you know, to get in even better shape. And you know, everything lined up, you know, everything lined up perfect for that. It seemed like everything was falling into place. It almost seemed like it was meant to be, you know. Well, about a week ago, they denied me, and because they dug into my juvenile record and seen I had a truancy, and they denied me my waiver, and I was very discouraged. I still am. But as you guys know, I ain't one to give up on things. You know, I know a lot of my people on this channel follow me because of that, you know, because of the joining the military and the whole deal. You know, like Caffeine Enjoyer, I'll put his name here. You know, and everybody, ever since I got denied, everybody was happy about it. Some for different reasons, you know. Everybody, a lot of my haters will tell me, you know, I ain't gonna ever be in the military, you know, I'm a bum, this and that, right? And then a lot of my family, you know, even my brothers, you know, LTG Mulimic and Insanity Skills, they were pretty supportive, you know, obviously. And all my family is happy. Like, everybody's happy for different reasons on why I got denied. You know, my mom really needs me around here. And, you know, whether they're happy because they wanted to see me fail, or happy because they're happy I'm not going to be gone all the time, you know. Obviously, I posted a video, my last video, God's plan, on a lot of the things I've been doing, you know. And it really, I thought everything lined up, but obviously God has a bigger plan for me in my life than the military. And I know it's very discouraging for me, because obviously I put in a lot of work. You guys have seen a lot of the work I put in, but you've only seen 5 months of it, 6 months. I've only been doing YouTube for 5 months. So it's one of them things, you know. Failure is a part of life, y'all. And I honestly, if you never tried, you never failed in life, you know. If you have to try to fail, right? And I honestly can't look at the last 2 years being a complete waste of time, you know. I can't look at it like that. I've become very disciplined. I still am on my running, on my same exact fitness plan, same exact being healthy, same exact thing. No drinking, no smoking, no drugs, none of it. Being a dad, just recently I started being assistant coach for my youth football team for my son. And yeah, I'm not one to give up and let any failure hold me back. I've failed a lot in my life. I've made a lot of mistakes, you know, and that's why I am where I am now, you know. I failed until I finally got to this place I am at now. And for all the people that want to sit here and be happy and pray on my downfall, you know, there will never be a downfall. You want to know why? Because I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep failing. I'll fail and fail and fail and fail until I finally find my way. You know what I mean? Honestly, I've already found my way. You know, maybe not career-wise, maybe not to the world, right? But I found my way. I have my way here. I have my purpose. You know, I have my purpose. You know, I wake up and I live a healthier life than probably 90% of people in this country. You know, I think very differently. You know, a lot of people are about material things or whatever. I'm more about just living the healthiest, fittest, being the best example for people around me. And whether or not they take it and run with it or not. I try my best, you know. I've been trying my best, and I'm going to keep trying my best. Moving forward, it's not over. I am now in my maybe third time's the charm here, Army National Guard. I'm in the state of Indiana, so I'd be Army National Guard for the state of Indiana, but we got our waiver submitted up there. So this is the last thing I'm going to try to, you know, get into the military, obviously. But obviously, Army National Guard is part-time, right? It's part-time. So either way, same benefits, same everything, other than it's just part-time. And they pay for schooling. I can go back to school. You know, you guys know the Garden Warrior. We like to grow stuff and build a homestead and build a property for generations. You know, we're trying to build something for generations here. And the Army National Guard will help me, you know, be able to go to school and work, or work a normal job, right? And if I go back to school, it could help me get the job I want. So, you know, I'm 27 years old. I'm figuring it out still. Anybody that tells you they need to have, you know, their career figured out, you know, by freaking 18, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, okay? Honestly, you know. I'm still young. I feel the best I ever have in my life. I'm happy to share this journey with you guys. I just started this YouTube channel, like I said, 5 months ago. And soon, by the end of this year, we should be monetized. We'll be monetized for sure by December. That's my goal. It could be earlier. And we will be starting a merch store here soon. Okay, we'll be starting a good old merch store and start basic. And I'm gonna add in my brothers on there. Okay, like I said, LTG Mulimic, Insanity Skills, and anybody else, you know, that wants to be on there, I'll add on there. But I'll be announcing that here soon, right when I get monetized. I mean, maybe before I monetize, I'll be putting out stuff, okay? That's the plan with that. Other than that, we just, as you guys seen in the last video, we upgraded our homestead. We're gonna keep upgrading. We're gonna keep elevating this channel. We're gonna keep getting better. Like, if you guys go back to my very first video and then come back to this one, you'll see that I've made a lot of progress. Thanks for everybody for watching. I really am going to keep pushing, guys. Like, I'm not one to give up on anything. I will never give up. I don't care how many times I fail. I'm not gonna let any of the people around me or people that put me down affect my life or affect my way of thinking. They never will. They never will. They only say bad things about me because they ain't where I'm at, you know? And they can sit there and hate all they want on what I'm trying to do. It's all good. And all my people that support me, shout out to you guys. I really appreciate it, okay? Big things coming soon. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.